Good morning, I think. It's Monday, December 31st, 2012. And, well, I got some great tornado footage last night. I recorded it right here on this very webcam. Except this isn't a webcam. I'm still waking up. And the only problem is that it was just a dream. I wish I had been able to record some tornado footage on this camera, but not in the real world. Maybe someday. But anyway, it is the last day of the year. Tomorrow, the 21st century will be turning into a teenager. Our little century is growing up. Although, technically it'll only be 12 since it actually began in 2001, but however you want to look at it, it is getting older. Yes, soon it'll start dating, then, well, eventually wanting to borrow the car. Then it might start experimenting with drugs and start getting high all the time and ending up in rehab. And, its life will probably start going downhill by then, and it probably won't live past the age of 25. But hopefully it'll avoid all of that, and it'll actually be a very good century. I guess we can only hope. But anyway, it's another cold December morning. I sure could go for a nice hot cup of coffee right now. Oh. How convenient. This isn't hot. I thought I said hot. Oh well. So yeah, right now at around 5:17 a.m. it's about 28 degrees Fahrenheit. And the high is supposed to get into the low 60s. And well, the moon is high overhead. So rather than stand out here and freeze to death, I think I'll go back inside and make some more coffee. Sounds like a good idea to me. I usually drink coffee black without anything in it, but lately I've started adding creamer to it. I find that creamer kind of takes off the edge a little and actually gives it a more appealing taste. So I might just start drinking it with creamer all the time. And I might still drink black coffee, but I just kind of prefer it with creamer. So I've been using LiveJournal since 2001 for text blogging, and it's gotten to where I don't really update it that much anymore. And well, I've been trying to switch to Google Plus for text blogging now, and I'm just going to kind of abandon my LiveJournal and just mainly use Google Plus for it. I don't really have anything against LiveJournal. It's been good for text blogging over the years, but it's probably time to try something new, and well, Google Plus seems to be the thing to try. so I'm not going to really be updating my LiveJournal anymore. In fact, I might just delete the accounts that I have on it, and starting tomorrow, just use Google+. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm making a post for LiveJournal right now, my final post on it, hopefully. And we'll just move on to Google+, I guess. Unless Google Plus doesn't really work out, then I might go back to LiveJournal. We'll see. Okay, it's about 8:40 a.m. right now, and, well, I have to say, it's really warming up quite nicely. Currently, it's a balmy 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And all of this frost on the ground will probably be melting soon because it can't really stay like that in this heat. So yeah, it's going to be a warm, hot day. So I've been trying to get my old DVD recorder to work again. It's kind of old and it doesn't want to actually record DVDs. Plus I think there's something wrong with it because it might have a short in it. When you touch it sometimes you get a little shock. It's probably not a good idea to actually use it, but well, if I want to record these VHS tapes onto DVDs, I don't really have much of a choice right now. And usually I keep the DVD recorder in the closet because I don't use it that much. But when I do use it, I make sure that I unplug it when it's not in use to keep it from violently bursting into flames. That would be a bad thing. So anyway, I'm about to start on this tape here. I've already done this one, which is labeled Cam 1 from my old camcorder days. The days when I used to have that big camcorder back in the 90s. And this one is labeled Cam 2. And hopefully the VCR won't eat it. It's kind of old too and it gets hungry now and then. I guess we'll see. I guess hitting play would help. Speaking of videotapes, yeah, I'm trying to throw all of these things away because they just take up space and I don't think I'm going to be watching them anymore. And they're old and getting worn out, so they're just not really of any use. In addition to the ones in this drawer, I also have the drawer above it packed. These are mostly just old TV shows and movies. And yeah, I just want to get rid of them to give me a little more room. And I've also got more tapes over there. And that's not all. This bag is full of tapes. This bag is full of tapes. And I'm also throwing away this e-machine. They say it's supposed to never be obsolete, but it's kind of obsolete. So, I guess you could say that I'm doing some winter cleaning and getting rid of some useless VHS videotapes. I'm sure someday they will become a collector's item, but I'm not willing to keep them in the closet that long because they tend to clutter things up. So I'm just throwing them away. I don't really like throwing things away, but when I have that many videotapes, I tend not to mind it that much. Anyway, I might keep a few, namely this one, since it's the very first videotape that I recorded. News. From July 15th, 1986, by the way. But other than that, no, all of the other tapes are gone. As soon as I get some more trash bags to put them in. Hopefully I'll do that soon. Anyway, I think it's time for lunch. That's what my stomach is telling me anyway. So I'm going to go dig something up. And, well, until next year, I'll see you later. Bye.
Did you ever see a dream walking? Well, I did. Did you ever hear a dream talking? Well, I did. Did you ever have a dream? Will you be mine? Oh, it's so grand, and it's too divine. Did you ever see a dream dancing? Well, I did. Did you ever see a dream romancing? Well, I did. Did you ever see heaven right in your arms, saying I love you, I do? Then the dream just kept on walking, and the dream just kept on talking, and heaven vanished from us.